Hey my friends, sick crypto to go here. I caught a little cold, that's why I sound a bit different today maybe. And I promised you a video where I do some fact checking and check how the earnings are going to change with the next patch. As you all know, with the daily HE being replaced with clan coins, we won't be receiving any HE from the daily rewards anymore. We will only receive it from like arena, dungeon, etc. So I thought we should get right into it, and for that I decided to do lots of facts that I'm going to gather now. E.g., I'm going to check the current HE price, basically the amount of HE we can currently earn, and the clan coins we will be getting. So this is the newest update. Let me just scroll down to the replacement HE with clan coins. Let me just copy this. Copy, yeah. Then let's get to my HE to CC, good or bad. Let's call this HE. This is CC. HE meaning Heroes and Empires token. CC meaning clan coins. Okay, good. So chapter oh wait, let me just can I do this hopefully? Yeah, perfect. Okay, I just need it like here. 1 5 8 10 12 18. I really apologize for my poor Excel skills. I'm no pro in this. I'm not an investment banker, so I have to use my mouse and it takes a bit. So I apologize for that. So the distributed coins are 250, 500, 1000, 1250, 1500, 1750, 2000, 2500. But I always make sure to build these alongside with you guys so you can see what's the math behind these sheets, so you don't just get a ready Excel sheet that's supposedly telling you you can earn X amount of dollar per day without doing any fact checking. So I do these with you guys together so you can see that everything here are just facts. Let me just see what the current HE rewards are. Okay, I think it's here somewhere. Okay, 5 to 7 is 15 HE. So that's 0, right? Then 5 to 7 is 15. 28 to 9. Oh, it's so great that they made clan coins and HE at the same chapters. Otherwise, it would have gotten a bit complicated. Then 25, 30, and so on and so forth. 25, it's 12? 12, 30? I'm not even getting 30, I think. Wait, let me just fact check that. I'm in chapter 12, and I get 25. Wow. Maybe that's a bug, I don't know. But we're supposedly getting 30 there. I just entered chapter 12, so maybe it didn't get the new value yet. Should be like this. Let me just check everything. Like this. Yes, 18, 25 is 40, 31 is like this. Okay, perfect. Yes. Okay. So what I do now is I check the HE price. Ultimate Gear. Let's go. So HE currently sits at 4.3 cents. Let's do it like this. Rip. Okay, I think. Yeah, okay, like that. And Ultimate Gear is a bit more tricky. I have to estimate here, since Ultimate Gear has the problem that there are many different types of gears, meaning the basic one that has no. This is just throwing away, right? Like 25 bucks for like an ultimate gear with the beast attributes. I don't know, someone wanted to quickly get out of the game, I guess. Or just throw away the gear before clan coins are distributed more frequently. So let's just do the average price here, which is pretty much $35. I think that's pretty fair. But we have to check for the attributes as well. Since they are race type, like these have no race at all, meaning they are basically useless. You always want to use gear that has the race attribute. So when you're like using an elf mage, for example, like Fagin, then you want to use this gear instead of just this gear, because this one here may be 10 bucks more expensive, but you get 30% bonus for your elf race, so you only ever want to use this. And there's a chance for this to drop when you buy it in the market here, and there's a chance of the basic one to drop. So I'll try to get some kind of average here. Let me just check. Okay, that's more expensive. It's a bit little less expensive. So 40, 50, 60, 70, 45. I'm always doing very conservative estimates, as the prices always fluctuate down if there's a higher distribution. Right now, the distribution isn't that high, meaning naturally there's going to be a higher price for it right now. It's going to be lower in the future. So I'm doing a very, very rough estimate, and I'm doing it very conservatively, meaning I already price in that the price is going to be lower in the future. So let's just, for the sake of it, use the current price, which is pretty much at $40. Of course, this is like an average. The actual average is a lot higher, since you can get like the demon gear, which is like $80, or Naga gear, which is like $50, and so on and so forth. But I'm just doing some conservative measures here. So you pretty much get 50 to 60 on average, but I'm using 40 here just for the sake of it, as the prices are going to be going down anyway. So let me just use this right here. So that's 4.3 cents for the HE, and $40 for the ultimate gear. So now what we're going to do is dollars with HE. Dollars. I did it very poorly. I apologize, guys. Okay, I don't quite need that one here. So let me just do it like this. Okay, so that's with the gear. I'll just write gear so you guys know what it is. I think that's pretty fair. So that's old. Right, I'll just write it in here so we really everyone gets it. New. So dollar with HE is very simple. You can just take the HE times the current price of HE. Let me just do this so I don't have to readjust every time. Done. So that's your earnings on these levels, and then it's going to be getting a bit more tricky. How much is one NFT gear? It's 62,400 clan coins. Oh, I already forgot the number. 62,400. So that's how much gear we need. So this divided by this is the fraction that we are getting of the NFT gear every single day. And then we can multiply the fraction with the current price, and that's pretty much the daily income. Of course, I'm going to set this and this, and the other ones are going to follow. Okay, good. Change in percent. Okay, so here, before we didn't get anything, so that's hard to tell. Let me just do this divided by this. Yeah, we can't do that, of course. -1. Okay, good. Now let's put this into percentages. Okay, so that's pretty much the earnings that changed. So on average, it's about 25% less. Now this sounds like a big thing. However, we shouldn't forget that we still get up to 2 more arena tickets per day. So that's something we should have to calculate in as well. Let me just get there real quick. Since before we didn't get these, and now we will be getting them. Yeah, up to 2 more arena tickets. So from chapter 5 it's 1, and from chapter 10 it's 2. Ticket. So I'll... Oh, wait. And arena ticket. So I'm going to have to add these as well, right? Since we want to make a fair change and comparison, I guess. HE. So this really depends on what you're earning on these chapters. So this is obviously 0. This is like, let's say you make 2 on average. Maybe that's too high. Let's say 1.5, since you won't be winning every game and you probably place a bit lower. Okay, I screwed that one up. So that should be a bit higher. Chapter 8 is pretty high already, so that's 2. Chapter 10 should easily get 3 on average, and then chapter 12, I pretty much get 5 on average. Maybe not everyone gets as much, so I'll just put 4. and that should really be like 6 or something. I don't know for these higher values, but let's just go with like 8 and leave it at that. Wait, just 1 second, short break. Okay. So we got to add that as well. Extra. Okay, so let's take this as well. Got to take this basically, right? So let's use the HE times the HE value. Oh, wait. Times the amount of tickets, of course. Real new. So the real new dollar value is, of course, the dollar we get from the arena tickets, and the new value with the gear. So the real value is this. Real change. And the real change is going to be this divided by the old value minus 1. Can't do that, of course. Okay. Okay, let's just leave it at this. Okay, good. So pretty much, if you're in chapter 5, you have a small, you'll earn a bit less than before, naturally. So that's definitely less than before. If you're at chapter 8, it really depends on how many arena wins you get and what your real elo is in there. And of course the gear you'll pull, but it's basically just a small decrease. As I said before, very conservative numbers for the new change, so it's probably going to be a bit more than this. You could actually break even already. For chapter 10, it's basically no change. Same for chapter 12. If these are well balanced out, good teams, etc., etc., then you'll likely get more. And on these chapters, it's more than before. So it's pretty much better for the average player, I'd say, as everyone gets a higher chapter at some point. If they just keep on upgrading their heroes with the new heroes they'll be getting. And the rare shards are a lot more available now, so you can pretty much increase your own team strength pretty quickly. So that's pretty much the change that we can expect. So things to keep in mind. First of all, token price won't stay the same. Obviously, the token price is going to fluctuate. So it's going to increase or it's going to decrease. So you can never know if it really was a improvement or bad. But basically, what you can tell for sure is that the gear price is going to change as well. And actually, if you really compare these numbers, of course, if we earn gear instead of token, then it's likely that the token is going to be increasing in price since it's more scarce, and the gear is going to be decreasing in price, obviously, right? Like that's just plain logic in terms of economy, supply and demand. If there's a super high amount of ultimate gear on the market, the price isn't going to stay at like $40. It may go down to like 20 or 10 or even $5. We don't know. We can't tell. But what we should keep in mind is that it doesn't really matter if we earn gear or HE. If we earn HE from the dailies to just sell it, then the HE is going to decrease. And if we run Ultimate Gear and sell it right away, then Ultimate Gear is going to decrease. So people who just worry about this, then there's no real change for you, right? Because if you earn HE, it's going to decrease, and if you earn Ultimate Gear, it's going to decrease. So within the new patch, Ultimate Gear will be decreasing in price. That's a given. But don't get salty over it. Like, don't turn bitter just because it's going to decrease in price, since that's basically what's happened to the HE. So, if the change wouldn't have been made, then the HE would have been the one to tank. So, you would have complained about that as well, since you would see, oh, the gear price is stable. We should have gotten Ultimate Gear instead, or Clan Coins instead. That would have been so much better. What a scam. Why didn't I get Ultimate Gear instead of HE? And if we get Ultimate Gear like it is now, and you don't get HE, then some people may say, oh, why do I get Ultimate Gear? I wanted my daily HE. It would have been so much better if we got HE. Like, once the price gets to like 10 cents or whatever, because then, of course, it's going to be on the worse end for everyone's side, right? Obviously, obviously. But on the other end, if we just keep on earning HE and the price goes down, then of course it would have been better to get the real gear, right? So let me just do it to normal again, because it's a bit confusing if I use these while I change the numbers, right? So just keep that in mind, right? Like, if the HE price keeps on decreasing, then your daily rewards will decrease, and the same goes for the Ultimate Gear. In the end, players make the market in this game, so the developers don't really have any say in this. You personally determine how much you're going to earn. If there are lots of people who want to sell and supply the market with cheap gear, if they want to sell for a gear for like 1 cent, then it's going to happen, right? So, no, we got no influence over that. But on the other hand, if there are people who are just willing to sell it for $30 or $50 or $100, then naturally the price is going to remain high, right? Like, it's a player-made economy, so don't worry about that. Either way, the players got it in their hands, so the change is pretty reasonable this time. Let me just add the numbers to what they were back before. There's no big change. Of course, in Chapter 5, it's a bit lower. Okay, yes, I agree with that change, but actually, if you're in Chapter 5, then and you play a rare team, then it's just a matter of time before you hit Chapter 8, right? I personally, I have these side accounts that I play every now and then. I got a bit busy, so I couldn't do it every single day, but I tried to finish my dailies to a certain degree. And they are already in, like, what, chapter 7, chapter 8? Yeah, chapter 7 already. And they didn't really do much here, right? So if you get your heroes, you upgrade them a bit, you give them good gear and stuff, then it's just a matter of time, really. Like, you're going to reach it so fast, it's no problem at all. If I were to rush the campaign, I could just get there in no time at all. I can just rush through these, finish stage 7, no problem, and get there in like a few seconds, not a few minutes. So it's not going to take really long. It's going to be fine, no problem at all. And I mean, the same is for everyone else. If you just keep on upgrading your comp at the end of the time, you at some point you're going to be here or even here. And if the prices of heroes are going to drop, then of course you're going to earn more as well. So since you can improve your team, of course, right? So these are all factors to be considered in. Of course, you can't really tell what's going to happen in the future. There may be many more changes to this. This is all beta, so we can't really tell. Nothing can tell, nothing can predict this, but at current prices, it's a very reasonable change, as the majority of players pretty much fitting in this regard here isn't really going to experience much of a change, much of a difference. They said that the arena rewards will be adjusted as well, so we may even receive a bit more from there in the future as well. So that's a thing to consider for everyone, right? Like, You should keep in mind that it's possible that all these rewards will be upped. Maybe you get on average 1 more HE from here, so that's going to even this out even more. We can't tell, we don't know, but you should keep that in mind. And if the token price is increasing through this change, then you should be happy as well, as you still receive more HE, since you'll be getting more arena tickets, and it's going to be more rewarding if you really put your thought into building a good team. Anyway, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. We built all this together from scratch, and I hope you could learn a little bit from this. And for the people who are a bit bitter about the changes, you should really think about it again and think if this is really such a bad change, as clan coins are very valuable in the game itself. And of course, the token is very, very valuable out of the game, as you can have some governance over the game itself, at least at some point in the future. But of course, we don't want it to devalue it to a huge degree. So in the future, I think many rewards are going to be shifted to not just HE, but like HE with other stuff, or they're going to try to make HE more valuable by decreasing the cost and the investment that you have to make in the game if you want to use your HE. So that's all things to consider. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's discuss in the comments. As always, video got a bit longer than I expected it to be, but as you can see, the changes are quite reasonable. Anyway guys, that's it. Goodbye for today.